Good morning, praise the Lord, everybody. Welcome back to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. Grateful, thankful for this day, for this time, and for this opportunity to come to you today to serve you in this very special way, serving up another Good Morning Grief Devotion. This is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. That's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. And I thank you so very much for joining us on today as we dare to prepare to lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. Today is day 18. It's still time to lean and glean. We're going to talk about when the weight finally has a name. When that weight finally has a name. Yesterday, I asked you a question. What are you carrying now? What are you carrying now? That's what we focused on. What you were carrying right now, right? Today is a follow-up lesson. We're going to talk about what do you do when you discover what you're carrying now and when that weight has a name? Let's talk about it, y'all. Pour out your hearts to him, for God is our refuge. Grief can feel heavy long before it becomes clear. You know, something is weighing on you, but you can't quite name it. Shows up as fatigue, irritability, distraction, or a constant ache that you cannot explain. It becomes heavy long before it becomes clear. A lot of times you'll have something, you be like, I can't pinpoint it. It's just something, something is there. Something is weighing on your heart. Something is heavy. It's something, but we don't always readily know how to identify it. That it can be weighing on you long before it's clear. It's something, right? You be like, I don't know. It's just something, right? I love it, y'all. There's a quiet shift that happens when the weight finally has a name. Naming your grief doesn't make it worse, it makes it honest. When you say, oh, this is sadness, or this is anger, or this is missing them, or you stop carrying a mystery, start carrying the truth. Truth is lighter than pretending. It is so very important to identify. This is why awareness is so very important. It is so very important that you check in with yourself on a daily basis. It is so very important that you check in with yourself and you can identify, what am I feeling? The same way you ask people, hey, how you doing today? Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Sometimes you got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, how you doing? How you doing today? Talk back to yourself. I don't know. I'm feeling something. What you feeling? Sometimes you got to troubleshoot by yourself. Sometimes, and they don't let people think you're crazy. Sometimes you got to troubleshoot, diagnose, go through yourself. How you doing today? I don't know how I'm doing. Oh, well, tell me what you feeling. Try to articulate it. Well, it sounds crazy, right? But you're going back and forth. This is so very important because you want to check in with yourself. You want to know how you're doing. You want to know how you're feeling. You want to be able to put a name with what you're feeling and what you're going with, because truth is lighter than pretending. That God is not waiting for polished prayers. He invites poured out hearts, messy, emotional, unfinished. That when you name what hurts, you make room for refuge, not because the pain disappears, but because you are no longer alone with it. And this is what you want. You want room for refuge. You want to name it. It's kind of like when you go to the doctor and they say, well, where does it hurt? You got to you got to pinpoint where it hurts. You got to tell them what does the pain feel like? Is it 1 to 10? Because they're trying to diagnose to figure out what it is. When you're able to name the hurt, you make room for refuge, right? When you are aware, when you're checking in with yourself, when you can pinpoint the problem, right? When you know it's anger, or you know it's sadness, or you know you just missing them, or you know you just hungry, whatever the case may be, you don't want to misdiagnose or misarticulate what you're feeling and how you're feeling, because you won't know how to be able to treat it, right? Mistaking anger for sadness or sadness for anger. You want to pinpoint it so you can deal with it accordingly. Giving the weight a name is not about fixing it, it's about acknowledging it. And acknowledging it is the beginning of release. I want to acknowledge how I'm feeling in this moment. I want to acknowledge the anger, acknowledge the sadness. I want to acknowledge it. I got to pinpoint it. I want to acknowledge it so that it can help me process what I'm feeling and what I'm going through and what I'm dealing with. Understand this, that God meets you in what you name. He holds what you can finally say out loud. God will meet you right there. Anger, God will meet you right there. Sadness, God will meet you right there. Whatever it is, God will meet you in what you name, right? This is what you got to know and understand. Well, whatever it is, God says, oh, I can handle that. We can handle that. God says, let me help you process that. Let me help you process what you're feeling. Processing is so very important, right? Here's your point of application. Take a quiet moment today and name what feels heavy out loud or on paper. Then you need to pray, Lord, now that this has a name, help me trust you with it. Let truth open up the door to your healing. Name it. What is it? What are you feeling? Let God help you process and navigate through what you are feeling. Feel, reveal. That's how we heal, y'all. Today is day 18. Thank you for taking the time to lean and glean when the weight finally has a name. Make sure you navigate through that point of application, and take the time to name it and go through that process so you can do all that you're supposed to do. For all the people that's inside my cohort, don't forget we're meeting today. If you did not do the homework, right, don't force and rush to do it. Just let me know why you didn't. That's all you got to do, right? It's part of the research, it's part of the project. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all with the love of the Lord. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place for another Good Morning Grief Devotion. Today is Sunday, January the 18th. The time is now 8:09 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good morning.